Stats still good. Yes, sir. All right. I am outside the room.
Okay. Three, two, one.
Yo,
What's up, man? Oh,
we are back.
we are back indeed. Apologies
Another episode
for
for the
getting.
TG podcast.
It is another episode of the TG
Are we
podcast.
on the 26th now?
26, 26.
Okay. Dang, now I feel like we're behind somehow. 'Cause I feel like we like inflated the numbers so much earlier. If it feels weird to say numbers now, I'm like, bro, we should be at like 30 or 40 by now. But no, we've been going strong.
Yeah, for the 25th, for the 25th episode, my mic had a crap out, guys. So that's why it was such horrible quality last time. We got it fixed. We're good. All right, we are good.
Oh, that was the last episode, huh? I forgot about that. Wow. Luckily we had Dom as a spare, the
We
backup.
did.
He
Thank
was
you,
he
Dom.
was ready. Take
Dom,
up the mantle.
honestly, don't move. That was fire. So, I want to talk to you about the podcast episodes. I was
Hmm.
uploading them to our Spotify, right?
Hmm.
And I finally got a chance to listen to the episode of you being by yourself.
Ah, you finally heard
I finally
it.
Honestly, bro, you guys,
Awesome.
not that you scared me, but like you were like, yeah, like, bro, I made sure you co-signed everything I said. Like every single thing I was saying, I was making
Oh, we
sure
thought I said something bad. When I started it by saying that.
for a quick second, yeah. And then I was like, bro, this guy's really just turned into like a motivational TikToker for the entire episode.
Bro, ain't no damn motivational TikToker, bro. Just being me, keeping it a buck, bruh. Kept it real. I just felt like I was like, you know what? I was kind of strong in my mind. Let me just let this out. If I had like a solo podcast, that would be the first episode for sure.
Shit, that was funny.
You'd be like, all right, bruh, get up. But now I'm tempted if you are like gone to actually like troll and it's like slipping like some like crazy like shit and be like, by the way, Ethan, he was the one who told me to say this. By the way, he was the one who really wanted to say that. He just wasn't here to say it. If
Yeah,
I make
yeah.
that clear, that would be, that'd be funny. So you went through all the episodes?
For the most part. So I have all the way up until episode 15 uploaded. 15's all the way
Okay,
uploaded. And
nice.
then 16 is the one where I was gone.
Mm.
And then I have 17, 18, 19, all the way to 24, like queued. They're not uploaded.
Ah, got you, got you, got you.
They're set to publish like June 1st. So, and then I've just been procrastinating on
June 1st?
I've just been procrastinating on uploading the one that I was
Next month?
missing. Or July 1st, July 1st.
Okay.
I had them set to July 1st. And the only reason why I did that was because they could be uploaded. That way, when I
Yep.
upload the one that was missing,
Yep.
I can just switch them from being scheduled to now, and then they'll all upload.
Yeah, yeah, and it'll be in order. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, if only the YouTube guy would just hurry up and upload those episodes so we can just, get on the right track.
Bro, we gotta outsource the work to India, apparently,
No,
bro.
actually, because we got more leaked podcast episodes than we do uploaded podcast episodes, bruh. Living like a rapper now.
Bro, for real.
All his hidden footage.
Bro. Um, this is just your daily reminder. Oh, hold on.
Damn it. My
Position.
fan is picking up.
This is just your. I do not hear your fan at all.
My OBS does. That's what everyone's gonna hear.
Oh shoot.
Where my kids are gonna hear his 20 years trying to be like, bro, what a dumbass. He had his fan on during the podcast.
You can't do like a noise gate on OBS.
I don't know, but I'm not looking for a solution right
yeah.
now.
Yeah. Bro, tragedy struck yesterday, bro.
You got a new
Freaking,
paddock.
I was laying down in bed and I was like, you know what? I feel like watching FNAF, and I loaded up Peacock, and the movie wasn't there.
What? Isn't that where it dropped at?
It was gone. And the
Bro,
worst
it
part
just
is,
came out.
I have the freaking like Freddy profile picture. I was just like reminded of like the failure. I was like, bruh.
Bro, I
Um,
imagine you were sitting on the floor like Golden Freddy, bruh. We saw they didn't have the FNAF movie. That's hilarious.
I was so upset. So I found a problem and I fixed it. All right.
You downloaded a car?
I downloaded a car.
Oh my freaking gosh, bro. He sailed the seven seas. I'm disappointed, bro.
Downloaded a car, bruh.
I'm
Oh,
disappointed.
I
Wait, so you did it
allegedly,
just to watch it or to own it?
I allegedly downloaded the car.
Like, did you actually download like to keep it, or you just like looked up somewhere you could find it?
Downloaded it to keep it, bro. I own that
What
now.
is wrong? You would download a purse, bro. Oh my gosh.
I downloaded the purse.
What's even the point of actually downloading that media?
Well, like for example, like this. So now I can watch whenever the hell I want. I don't have to rely on it being somewhere.
I mean, okay, but like if I wanted to watch it, I could watch it right now without downloading. So I'm confused. Like, what makes this different?
I don't need
Bro,
internet
you sound like the
access.
NFT guys,
I don't
bro,
need
where it's
internet
like, I
access.
own this NFT.
Bro,
And everyone's
I
like,
don't
I'm gonna
need
just
internet
screenshot
access.
it. Now I own it,
You
dude.
need-
Like, no,
okay,
no.
okay.
I have
What
the
do
the code actually in the image, so I actually own it. Like, no, bro, I screenshot. It's my profile picture now, bro. I now own your NFT that you paid $10,000 for.
Okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you have no internet access? Or that site
I have no internet access.
or that site that you use to watch is just taken down. What do you do then?
Okay, if the site is taken down, I'm gonna find another site. I've done that like my entire life. But if the internet is down completely, okay, I'm not even joking when I say this, but chances are I'll probably just go outside. Honestly, like if I can't use the internet at all,
No,
I'm gonna do something like in real life.
no. Okay. What if it's like 7 p.m. at night and for some reason like your internet for your apartment building is down? What do you do then? And you want to watch the movie? It's essentially what I'm doing is just essentially like buying a Blu-ray, bro. I'm just buying it on DVD.
Yeah, I still don't see the point though. I mean, it's free. I guess that's
I'm just storing it on my computer.
kind of
That's it.
good, but I guess for me it's just not that deep. I guess for those things where I'm like, I don't really need it. That like I said, I would probably just go outside. If I'm being real.
Oh, you're so cool.
I'd go
man.
outside or I would talk to like my family, I guess. Like just call them, or like if it was in person, I was living with like my mom. I would like, just talk to my mom.
Okay. Oh, ooh. Here. Okay. You know, hear about this. How about this? All right. You go. You know what? I really feel like watching John Wick, bruh. So you load up your site, you watch John
Mhm.
Wick, and then 5 months later, you get a $10,000 bill from the government inside your thing for streaming a car, bruh.
They don't know me, son.
Bro, they don't have to know you.
They don't know me,
All they
son.
know is on your all they know
They
is that
don't know me,
all they
son.
know is that John Wick was being streamed on your
They
internet.
don't know me, son.
What are
I
you gonna
promise
do
you, they
then?
don't know me, bro.
What are you gonna do then, huh?
They don't know me, son. They literally don't know me.
Here's the thing. You forgot to use your VPN, so they do know you,
Buddy, I never use a VPN, and they don't know me, son.
bro.
They literally
Bro,
don't know me.
they're just building a case against.
Okay,
you.
it's because I'm
They're
not
just building a
stupid,
case
bro.
against you.
See, people only get in trouble for that stuff because they don't know how to shut their mouths, bro. I'm not gonna tell the government that I was watching things allegedly, illegally,
You don't have to tell the government. It's your ISP.
and I'm not going to. I don't tell
No.
them either. I just don't
you
tell
do
them.
Tell them. You do tell them.
Where's my fine? I don't tell them anything. You might snitch them. I'm no rat, bro. I'm not gonna rat on myself for
They
what
have-
purpose?
Bro, your ISP can see almost everything that goes through the internet, bro. It has to go through their servers before it reaches the actual internet.
Bro, so just because I can see them, they're gonna do anything with it. What? You see a billion things every single day, but you don't notice every little thing. You only focus on what you're trying to focus on.
Yes.
Everything else is just peripheral.
But if they wanted to, if they really wanted to,
They don't
bro,
want to. They don't know me, son. They don't want to.
They don't have to know you. They don't have to know you. All they have to do is
They don't want to know me.
They go, all right. We had 10,000 viewers who watched John Wick. Let's just report them so we can collect our fee. That's it.
No, that wouldn't happen to me.
They're bro.
No, it legit just wouldn't make sense for the story. Straight up. And it has happened. Where's my fine, bro?
Bro. That's like That's like saying like I drive while being on my phone. I haven't been put over yet. I'm not going to get pulled
Okay, bro. If you're doing that, I'm gonna be honest. You menace society, bro. You should get locked up. I'm gonna rat on you, bro. That is bad, bro. That is not cool. No, I kind of true. It is kind of the same thing, but not for me. I'm not the kind of guy to get caught with that. Like I said, I don't tell him anything.
Bro,
I just keep my mouth shut, bro.
it's-
Bro, if I ran the government, you know how OP would be, bro. You know how we can't print money because inflation. It makes the dollar worth bro. You know what the strat is? We have what like $4 trillion of debt, like to other countries, right? All you have to do is print the money and not tell anyone. It fails because the government is too big. Someone always snitches. You just print the money and you paid stuff off, but you don't tell anyone like in your circle. You just pay off the other countries. Because how do they know what's happening in your country? They don't, bruh. They don't. Maybe they do because they have spies, maybe. And you're telling everyone, and now everyone knows, oh, he's printing money, so let's make it not mean as much. Bruh, just don't say anything.
Bro, but there has to be, bro.
If you just don't snitch, you're
there's gonna
good.
be an audit trail. They have to though. They kind of have to because like, okay, can you imagine, right? Would you say like the president right now? He goes, all right, China, here's 10 billion bucks, bro. Like we're
Mm,
good. We're good for
yep,
like 10 years, right? Like 5 months down the line, when they're doing the paperwork, they're gonna be like, wait, where did this $10 million come from? And they're gonna be like, okay, are there any receipts? Like, where did they pull the funding from? Bro, they're gonna know then.
bro. No, you just don't tell them. They don't know what they don't know,
So what
bro.
are you
If I
gonna
didn't tell them I
what
printed
are
the money, how are they gonna know where the money came from?
so what are you gonna do
How
when
are they gonna know?
what are you gonna do when they start questioning? It's gonna be process of elimination. They're gonna be like, okay, well, I can see that they're gonna be like, okay, so at the start of the year, he declared that the the government has 10 grand. All right.
Yep.
5 grand of that went to this part, 2 grand went to this part, and suddenly he grabbed 50 from literally out of nowhere. They're gonna be able to tell.
Bro, no, because they don't. Look, imagine I got the money from another country, right? They don't gotta know what they do. Call up the country,
Wait, what?
bro. You don't have to get the money within your own country. You can sell products to other countries and they pay you. But there is no one guy who knows all of the money that's circulating in the world. Right? Actually, literally, no one knows how all the money in the world is circulating, and they will never know. They only know because we tell them. They literally only know because we tell them.
Wait,
If
can
you
you
don't
go
tell
back to
them,
the
they
country
won't know.
Go back to the country part.
Okay, so like America, for example, right? We're pretty friendly with a lot of countries, right? Actually, I don't know what we sell. Kind of we buy oil like a lot, but things that or just products that we sell to other countries, right? They pay for, and we get money, right? But we don't go around to, or maybe we do, but we shouldn't. We don't go around telling people, by the way, guys, this country just bought this thing off me and gave me this amount of money, right? Literally, no one knows. Maybe they don't even know that you or they bought it off you, but they don't know how much it costs until someone talks. No one will know. How would China know that I got this money from France? They're only gonna know because someone talked.
But then wouldn't you
The key
owe
point
France? But
is
then
to
wouldn't
not
you owe
talk.
France that money?
When I owe France that money,
Yeah.
I gave them my product and they paid for it. And I owe them money.
So what you're saying is okay, wait, so what you're saying is we owe China like $10,000. All right.
Mm.
You
Yep,
go,
yep, yep, yep.
China, here's $10,000.
Yep.
And then when I ask you, like when I'll say I'm the accountant. I'm like, Mr. President, where did we get the 10 grand from to give them that? You're all like, oh, I
What,
made
they
a
counted
deal.
on my team?
Well, yeah. Wouldn't just whoever, because the account has to be like a third party, so that it's all fair and whatever. I'm gonna be all
Mm.
like, Mr. President, where did you get that money from? And then you'd say, oh, I sold 100 barrels of cheese to France, and
Mm.
they gave me the 10 grand, and I used that 10 grand to pay off.
Yep.
That's what you're saying?
Honestly, I didn't like that story because you were yapping too much to the account. I'm gonna be like, nosy ass. Why you gotta know where I got the money from,
Bro,
bruh?
'cause that's the
This is a
job.
simple
That's
transaction,
the
bro.
job. That's
Keep
my
it simple,
job.
bruh. It's none of their business, bruh.
That's-
Look, all they wanted was money. I'll give them money. That's it, bruh.
Bro, that's literally
Simple
my
as
job.
that. See, that's the issue. The yapping, bro.
Bro.
You telling yourself. That's what it is. You're telling yourself, and that's how you lose.
The thing is, you have to. The thing is, you have to pay off so many people in order for your plan to work.
Bro, what? That's fine. Long term, bruh.
Yeah.
What am I gonna
so-
do? Like print $10 billion? No, I mean not even a trillion actually. $10 trillion to pay it all off in one day? No, bruh. If I printed $1 as the president, right? I didn't tell anyone. No one would know. It would change nothing. Actually, it would change nothing negatively because no one would know.
So you're saying
Now, of
you would
course,
go down,
there's
you
a
would go
limit.
down to the you would go down to the reserve and you would print you'd go up to the workers and be like, hey man, it's all good. I'll do the printing today. and you're
I'll do the pretty today.
or what?
Everyone, you're excused for the day. Let me have the real to myself.
Exactly.
And they're like,
That was you
sir,
too.
what is happening? And he's like, that's none of your business. Please step outside. You are excused for the rest of the day. And like some like intern sees you like a huge bag like of money I'm dragging like, across the floor to bring back to my room. We just don't tell him. Straight up, it literally is the strap, bro. This goes for a lot of things, right? Like, I remember.
To see you.
No, you don't tell them. You don't tell them.
Okay, so you're gonna turn off the security footage then, so no one can record.
I'm not gonna tell security footage, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna tell them.
Bro,
You just don't tell them.
the camera's
Bro,
gonna
do you
be
know how
recording
OP?
you.
You know how OP it was for criminals 40, 50, 60 years ago, bruh? Because the only way people could know things is if they were told, right? There wasn't. I don't know what's considered technology, I guess, but let's say there's not like cameras at the level that we have them, right? For like security and all that. So like everything low-key was word of mouth. You could make up like your kid's birth date, like if you want to do it, no one could even challenge it. It'd be like, oh well, that's what he said. Yeah, I guess it's true. And the same applies now, but you just have to be more aware of the things that you can possibly tell. Like camera, if you caught in the camera, that means you told the camera. So you want to not get caught,
So how are
tell
you
the
gonna
camera.
not? How are you gonna not? Okay, so you're gonna turn off the camera. How would you not tell the camera?
I don't know yet. Maybe you could turn. That's one way. Yeah, you could turn it off. Yeah.
Okay, and then when the government building does their yearly like auditing, because they look over the footage to see if anything suspicious happened, they'll be like, there was on December 3rd, there was a 2-hour gap where we weren't recording. That's suspicious.
And what are they gonna do? How are they gonna find the evidence, bruh? No one told. No one snitched.
Okay, but then
All they
that-
know is that this footage is
but-
gone. That's it.
Yes, but the footage is gone inside the building where they print money. So they'll be like, okay, let's go look at what was printed for the last year. But okay, on our books, it says that we printed because all the numbers serialized, all the numbers have tracking, not tracking.
Okay, so they think someone
Serialized.
printed like more money than they should have, right? They go to the president, me. They say, "Hey, sir, did you print money?" I say, "No,
Yeah,
I didn't tell them, and now it's over
they're
because I
gonna-
didn't tell them."
They're gonna be all like, someone printed money clearly.
Okay, why are you accusing me, bruh? I told you no.
because
You can't prove that I printed this.
because the intern saw you walk in and they saw
And you
leave
believe the
with a
intern
bunch of
over the president of the United States. You're fired. It's that simple. Straight up, bruh. Everyone trying to complicate the government is not that complicated. I'm gonna be honest. It really is not. You just don't tell, and you're good. That's a secret you get away with any crime, by the way. Just don't tell anyone. Like, straight up. That's the ultimate defense. Non-action.
Okay, so what do you do about the stuff that's out of your control?
Hmm.
So, for example, there's this crime case where this guy got arrested. Like he committed the murders. I think it was in California. He committed all the murders in California during like the 80s, right?
Yeah.
And they found his blood, right? But
His blood was still there?
they during one of the killings they found his blood, but
The hell?
he was not inside the like database of criminals. So
Yeah.
like, even though they ran his DNA, they're like, bro, this is brand new DNA. It's not connected.
Oh.
We'll say like 30 years later, his like grandson did one of those 23andMe tests. They matched it.
Bro, this is
They-
your biggest
they
fear right
ran-
now, bro.
they ran
Oh my
the evidence.
gosh.
They ran the evidence through, and they connected him. They're like, bro, wait, the DNA from the murder matches the grandson from 30 years, or the grandson of the whatever guy from 30 years earlier. All right, it must be him. And he was
Wait, is
kind
it
of
real?
Yes, this is real. He was kind of already a suspect. He was kind of already a suspect because he was seen like,
Wait, for like 20, 30 years?
but they just couldn't pin him, and then they used this to pin him.
Excuse me. You're saying what about that situation? What do you do?
I say, what? No, I'm asking you. What do you do with factors you can't control like that?
He could have controlled it. I'm being. He told. Yeah, it might sound crazy, but he told. If you left your blood on the scene, you told. You gave them what they needed. You told them out loud, "Hey, it was me, by the way. I was the guy who did it." That is still technically it's not just verbally like saying like, "Hey, I did it, guy." No. You leave anything where someone can like, or I don't know if that's even proof that his blood was there, but let's say like heavy evidence that like, okay, yeah, it was you. Then you told. So honestly, he got what he deserved, bro. Straight up. He wanted to get caught, as a matter of fact. That's what happened. If he didn't want to get caught, he shouldn't have left his blood in the sand. It's simple. Like, guess what? If there was no blood, how are they gonna catch him? They wouldn't because he didn't tell. No one would know. Literally, no one would know that he did it. But because he told, they found out. That's how it works.
The thing is, I think they did have they did have evidence. It just wasn't like affirmative. It wasn't like affirmative evidence. If that makes any sense.
That's how evidence usually works. People think evidence means proof, but evidence just means things pointing towards guilt majority of the time. Evidence is not like, okay, 100% he did it. Evidence like, okay, this points towards he probably did it. Evidence doesn't mean jack, though, it's just evidence. You need, okay, who is messaging in? Bro, I might leave this
I was about to say there's a bunch
this
of people
thing,
in
bro.
there,
See, I knew it was an issue of why you added so many people to this thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's gonna be used for more than just like calling. But I need to leave this because I keep getting notifications during this podcast, and I do not like that.
In the morning.
I can figure out how to leave.
You do click on the name. Oh, wait, no. Wait. I was looking at. I was hovering over
Not
it
this
the
one?
other day.
Is that the red thing when you right click?
Oh yeah, right there. Leave your
Okay.
and leave without
There we go.
notifying. I'm gonna leave with notifying.
Anywho, whew. Anyway, back to the pod.
Yeah, well,
Sorry about that, y'all. But
Oh.
I've thought this about not telling since I was a kid. Like, when I was in middle school, not middle school. What am I talking about? When I was a freshman in high school, I got my permit, but I didn't have my license. And your permit just allows you to go to school, basically, like, or to work. Like, you can go from your home to school. That's it, right? And I would drive my friends to like go into go like downtown and like go get food, right? And you know what? Dom was a guy. Oddly enough, he was like, aren't you scared to get caught like one day because like you have a bunch of like teenagers in your car and you're not old enough to be able to drive this? I'm like, buddy, if you just do what you got to do, no one knows you exist. Because like cops would pass us by, right? But cops don't know everything about you. See, the problem is people have really big egos, right? They think that they are so important. They don't even realize this, but everyone thinks they're so important. And everything they do matters so very much. It doesn't, bruh. You literally don't exist to people until you start existing. Until you do something that'll make you exist, you don't exist. No one gives a damn about you. So all the times that cops would pass us, what would I do? Look straight. I wouldn't look at the cops or anything. I would just look straight, drive, handle my business. They don't know me, son. I didn't tell them anything. And since then, I was like, that's literally the truth. You just don't tell people, and no one cares. There was a time where at my last apartment, my front door was unlocked for like a month, because like me and Dom were both out of town, and I think because we got like a new lock or something, it was like unlocked for a month, right? And Dom was like, "Oh man, like I don't know how no one broke in like during that month," and I'm like, "I do. We don't exist. No one knows who we are." There is no guy who goes through every single door to be like, "Ah, oh, finally they left it unlocked. Jeez, I was waiting to steal all their shit. Holy, took them long enough." No, bruh, because they don't know. You didn't tell them. Until you tell them, they don't know. And since then, I have been living with that truth of reality, and it has just not been disproven since. You don't start existing until you tell someone. You're just naturally anonymous, like 24/7, and you can use that to do whatever you want. Straight up. Like I said, any crime you want to commit, bro, just don't tell. Don't tell and you win. If no one knows, no one knows, bruh. Just leave it like that. Maybe Donnie T needs to replace Elon Musk with me, bro. I don't know Elon Musk's role in the government, but I promise I can do a better job. I can keep this country so safe, bruh. I promise. He'd actually make me president.
let me get on this topic. Oh, okay. Well, I'm a
Transition.
all right. I got some good news. I will probably be seeing you in person again.
Actually,
Yeah. So my boss talked to me today, and he was like, "Hey, would you mind making a trip down to Cedar Rapids?"
what? You're lying. What?
I said, hell yeah.
You're actually lying.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
That's actually insane. What?
Yeah, he asked me today. They
That's not
want.
even close. What?
It's because we have a clinic there. I
Oh,
told you
okay. Mm,
that. We have a clinic in your place. I
mm.
just doxed you.
I was gonna do, but I was like, I don't care.
we have a clinic in your place.
Unless my grandson is a 23andMe, and now the popo know where I'm at. They know my information.
They wanna install a security camera, like one security camera, so they just need me to go down and like pull the cable and then install it.
Nice, nice, nice.
So it'll probably end up being like a day thing or like a 2-day thing where I drive there,
Mm,
do some stuff, spend the night, and then do some other stuff, and then drive back.
yeah,
So like that night we could definitely like hang out.
bro, for sure. That sounds awesome, bro. That's sick, bro. God is so freaking awesome all the time.
So it'll be pretty sick.
I love God so much. Nice, bro. I'm going to see my grandma too. She's kind of close, or it's not really that
She's
close.
flying
She's like
out?
4 hours away from me. I told her I was gonna visit her when she pulls up. I was like, all right,
She
let's
flying
freaking
out?
go,
Wait,
bro.
what?
Yeah, I don't want to reveal too much information. I just want to say the fact that my grandma is
Oh, okay.
close to me and I can visit her.
No,
It wasn't deeper than that.
no
I'm
worries.
just excited. I'm like, nice. I can see other human beings, bro. I don't see nobody, bro. I be in my room all
Mind you,
day.
lives with the roommate, bro. Bro, can you
I don't.
imagine if your
I'm
roommate
going
listens
out doing
to the
nothing.
podcast? Okay.
I know that like would never happen, but like I have thought about that before, like
Are-
obviously.
Are they in the house with you right now?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or I think I don't actually know. I'm
Would they
being
would they
honest.
be able to hear you if you were not talking smack, but like if you started saying stuff like, "Man, they're super loud," just like they are super loud, or they're kind of annoying.
I wouldn't do that. I feel like maybe I could, but
The only reason I'm asking is because I was gonna tell you, be like, all right, I want you right now to like live on the podcast. Tell me some things that you would want to tell her, but you're too afraid to like tell her. Like,
bro, that'll have to be in like August. I feel like then that would happen.
well, no, but
But now,
the whole point is she might listen to it now. But it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, what? See, you, bruh, you and the other rats, bruh. This is the issue with y'all, bro. You can't help yourselves. You want to be caught. That's what it is, bro. That was the whole point. You didn't do the crime because you wanted this thing, or it was revenge. No, you wanted to get caught, and you were like, okay, what's the easy way to get caught? You did the crime and you told. That's what happened.
It's exhilarating, bro.
See,
The idea.
see, bruh. That's what it is, bro.
Ooh. You know what? Let me
Transition.
bruh, I completely forgot, bro. My freaking ADHD mind.
What?
I know everyone's been asking me all week, bro. Everyone's been asking me all
Yo,
week.
Con, news going wild. News just went crazy. Everybody wanted to. I'm sorry, continue.
Everybody wanted the review of How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, he did see it. He did see it.
Let me just say,
What can you tell the streets?
it was pretty okay. It was okay.
Really? It was just okay.
It was
It's kind of disappointing.
It was a shot for shot. It was honestly a shot for shot, like scene for scene, like line per line recreation of the animated show.
Really?
The animated movie.
I'm surprised. Wow.
We had just watched it like the day before. So
Oh,
like,
that was your prep for the movie?
everything was fresh in our minds. And like the entire time me and my wife we turned to each other like, bro, like they're like, bro, they stole that from the movie. They literally stole that line.
So do you think it was maybe a worse experience because of that for you?
No.
Well, like, do you feel like you watched the same movie twice?
So she was not say disappointed. She was like whatever about it. I guess I'm also that way, but like I'm happy it exists. She was disappointed, I guess I would say, because she was like, bro.
Is that your favorite thing
like,
with movies, bro? You're like, look, I didn't like the movie, I didn't dislike the movie, but I'm happy that it exists. Like, what the hell does that mean, bro?
Okay. Here's my logic. All right, I'll explain my logic and then I'll explain my wife's logic because I do think hers is kind of important too. Right? The way I see it, it's like, okay, there are people out there who refuse to watch anything animated.
Yeah, I think
Because
it's little
animated.
kids.
Because it's animated
For
they refuse
goobers.
to watch it and they're missing out on stories. In my head, this is a good way to like show people the story,
Yeah, the
and
story.
have them watch it. Because I actually do like the story of How to Train Your Dragon. I actually do think it's a pretty decent story.
Yeah, I get that
Um,
take.
So like in my head, this is perfect. It's like, wow, they made a live action one. Now I can show it to people without
Yeah.
being all like,
Actually,
"Bruh,
yeah, because
not a kid
it
show."
is. You said it was like the same like story, right? Or same like beats that the live action took. So like, they are kind of getting the same experience. I mean, obviously it's different because animation, but for the most part,
Yeah,
they were getting the same story, but just in a medium that they actually would consume. So yeah, I agree. I feel that same way about the live action One Piece. Actually, like One Piece is over 1,000 episodes, bruh. Let alone it's animated, right? So most people wouldn't even watch it. But it's over
Well,
1,000 episodes.
yeah.
That's so hard to get into. But live action is only like 8 1 hour long episodes,
Mhm.
and like the story that they told live action. Of course, they have to change things just because. Honestly, I'm surprised you said How to Train Your Dragon to 1-to-1 because I feel like it's impossible for most like animated media to live action, especially like anime even. But what the few episodes that I saw of it, I thought it was pretty good. Like I prefer the anime, but anyone who hadn't seen the anime and like didn't want to watch it, I'd say go watch live action. Like if that's like more your thing, that's fine. I think it's like perfectly fine that they did that, and I think that idea is good to have some animated things be live action just so people can get into it. But they just always troll with live action.
That is true.
Like every time, it's like, bro, their favorite line. Okay, so yeah, we decided to make a live action thing of this game or this show or this movie, but we didn't actually read or like watch source material at all. By the way, we didn't like it. We thought it was problematic. We weren't really a fan of it. We did our own thing. Like what? You made a live action thing of this thing and you don't even like it? What made you even pick it? That doesn't even make any sense to me. How did you be like, okay, like I can't even imagine like not liking something but being like, yeah, I'm gonna take this though and do what I want with it. If I didn't like it, I'd be like, okay, bye, bro. Not gonna use this.
I
What?
say the only example that I can think of, like, or I guess the only time where I know the actual reason why was for I guess this wasn't a live action thing, but
Hmm.
you know that show Velma?
Oh, that's one. Yeah, didn't they not like
Well,
actually I don't know if they said they don't like Scooby Doo,
the
but
whole thing was that
it feels like they
the
don't.
actress Mindy Kaling or whatever, like,
Yeah. Yeah, worst character in The Office.
she wanted to make her own show.
Kelly.
She wanted to make her own show, and they said
Oh,
no.
but if she made her own show, no one would give a damn. So they
Yeah,
use Scooby Doo
so
because
they
people know
used
Scooby Doo and they like Scooby Doo.
yeah.
That is retarded to me. I mean, I get the logic behind it, but it upsets me that like I don't know that the companies actually do that. Wait, Velma got a season 2. That mean it was successful?
Bro, no, bro, and just because something got a season 2 does not mean that it's successful.
But it means it didn't get canceled. How? That's crazy to me. It's just because people watched it? Like, is that low-key a strat? Make
Wait,
pieces of media that people don't like because they're going to watch it and be like, oh, it's just so horrible. But it's like, hey, we got your money, though. You watched the whole thing.
I guess that kind of is the strat.
I low-key wonder, I don't know how shows make money, really, you know? Like,
through ads, bro.
but what about the people who, what about people, yeah, obviously, what about people who have subscriptions for some of these streaming services, though?
They get it from the subscriptions, and then that's why they're trying to put ads inside of after you already paid the subscription.
Bro, so they get double the money, bro. They get money from the subscriptions and the ads.
Yes.
That was the plan the whole time. Come on, dog. And we're gonna fall for it too. Wait, so does that mean like every time you click on like said series or whatever, that's like boom, 2 cents in their pocket?
I would imagine that no, because I would imagine that like I think what they want is people on the platform, and they want to keep people on the platform. So
Yeah, that makes
I don't
sense.
think they inherently get money from like shows individually clicking.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the success of a show, I would say, doesn't matter.
In terms of their revenue,
Well, not the inherent like. Okay, so do you mean specifically for a show, or do you mean for like a streaming service?
um, okay, I'm just thinking. Okay, I'm start. My baseline is like show drops season 1, right? And it didn't perform well, so it did not get a season 2. But I'm now trying to like figure out what does it mean to not perform well, you know? Like is it because not enough people saw it? Because if something is bad, like people hate it and they watch it,
Mhm. Well,
you would still get paid for that, right?
sometimes it doesn't matter if the show did good or not because it's like they also take things into account like merchandise sales or like
Mm,
toy sales, especially if it's like a kid show.
yeah.
So like case in point, like Young Justice, it had great viewership, but their toy
Mm,
sales were like horrible. Nobody wanted to buy toys,
mm.
so that's why I got
So then it
canceled
got canceled. Yeah.
because it
Okay,
wasn't
what about
making
like live action shows though?
live action
Like
show.
merchandise probably isn't really a thing, or at least it's not like obviously the main focus because people don't really buy live action show merchandise.
I would imagine there it is viewership, but towards whatever channel it's directed. So like, um, so for example, like if the show was on, we'll just say like Disney Channel, right?
Mm,
Disney Channel is gonna be all right. We're gonna drop a new movie, right? We're gonna make a new movie, and we know it's the sequel to High School Musical, so we know people are definitely
yep,
gonna watch because they like the first one. So we're
yep,
gonna book extra ads for this area, or
yeah.
we're
Because
gonna
they know
have,
at least. Wait,
or
you
we're
said this is a
gonna
movie? You
we're
said
gonna
High
make it more
School
expensive.
Musical?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we know it's gonna be a boom like at the initial like first week or so because everyone knows what the property is, right?
So let's add. So let's make it so if somebody wants to advertise, we're gonna charge them a little bit more, or we're just gonna have an abundance of ads, so
Yep,
that like our money evens out.
yep, yep, yep.
For a streaming site, it's probably the same way, where it's like, okay, we have Stranger Things coming out, like the new season of Stranger Things coming out right now.
Mm,
Every time that we drop a new season, we see an increase of memberships just to view that. They dip out afterwards, but there's an increase of viewership. So let's
yeah.
also like let's keep on doing that. And that's why Stranger Things gets renewed like
Okay,
every
okay. But
years.
again, on like how they get paid. So, okay, I'm confused of how the subscriptions give them like money towards a specific show. Because you buy a subscription, that gives you access to like every show, right? And so like, is it that if like there is a person who watched the full episode, let's say for episode 1 of the new season of Stranger Things, they watched the full episode, that's 2 cents going to the people who made, or that's Netflix actually, but it's 2 cents going to the people who made Stranger Things,
Mm.
or like how do you know how to divide with them? How would they know how to divide with the money? I feel like
Yes, that's
with the
true. Yeah,
subscriptions because there's no ads because you're paying for it, so it would have to be from either subscriptions and or viewership. But I'm like, how does viewership pay if someone just
I don't think
watches it?
viewership does pay.
Because I'm like, what does viewership
Well,
do? Because a lot
actually,
of times
yeah.
it's like the viewership was low, so like we had to cancel this
I
show, and
don't
it's like, but what does that mean?
I don't think it is. Yeah, I actually do think you're kind of right because I think well, okay. So I can definitely see why they would choose to not like could keep something if the viewership is low because just hosting content is expensive. Like YouTube, for example, is a
Mm,
loss for Google every single year. They can tank it because they're just
actually,
a corporation. Yes, YouTube has
what,
not been
bro?
profitable.
That means the three like founders, bro, are the biggest geniuses of all time, bro.
YouTube has not been profitable for I don't know how many years, and but it's because like hosting videos is expensive.
Bro, I'm so
You need
glad
a
we don't
lot
fact
of
check, bro, because that is now my reality. That is actually insane. You love to
no,
see it, bro.
it's no, I don't need a fact check. I know for sure
Oh
that's
my
true. I know for sure that's
gosh.
true. That I actually know.
What, meaning
So
like since like Google bought it, it hasn't been profitable, or just like
I
in recent years it hasn't been
I
profitable?
okay, that I'm not sure about, but I will say it's probably been since they bought it.
Jesus,
I don't think since
bro.
they bought it, it's been that's why nobody can compete with YouTube. That's why everyone is kind of stuck with YouTube.
Oh, because like
The-
to get to that level, the cost would be insane, but you would
Yeah.
still be like Google where you're losing more money than actually
Yes. Yes.
gaining.
That's why they're so
Wow.
reliant on the ads because they are trying to make a
That's why they
profit.
pushed out the double ads, bruh. Oh my, and they got away with it too.
Yeah. Well, that
Insane.
and like the YouTube Red subscriptions and stuff. Like it's
Insane.
actually insane.
Dang, he said the government name, YouTube Red.
But so
Wow.
I would imagine like Disney Plus and Netflix, it's probably expensive for them to host content as well. So I can definitely
Yeah.
see why if a
And so
show
no
is
one's clicking on the
slow.
show, then that, yeah, I guess if no one's clicking on the show, then that just attributes to people being on their platform less if they're not watching it. And so it'd be like, okay, we don't want more of this. Clearly, this is not helping us like stay afloat. So yeah, they would. That makes sense why they'd get rid of something that's like that. But the shows that get canceled that, or maybe they don't do as well as I think they do. Like, I feel like there's so many shows or like things where it's like season 1 came out, and it's like, oh, this is freaking awesome. We're going for season
They do
2.
well, yeah.
But then like
Well,
radio silent. Like maybe it didn't even get canceled. You just hear nothing from it. It's like, what?
that's
Did
probably
everyone
just
not
because
love
there's
this
not that.
though?
I was gonna say it's probably not that it didn't get enough like support. It probably just didn't get enough like advertising towards. You know what I mean? Like sometimes,
Mmm.
especially with those like stuff. I've heard this before, but they always say that like marketing is always like a third of the budget, or that's what you should spend on like a
Uh-huh.
project. And so I would assume that the budget for that show was just really low, and they couldn't spend it on like marketing. So hardly
Got
anybody knows about
you.
the show.
Or advertisers don't want to rock with the
Advertising.
show.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And even though it's good,
I didn't even think about that.
there's not people watching it, or because no one got the word out.
Dang, bruh. The advertisers are the secret, like, underground rulers of the world.
For the Illuminati, bro.
It was them.
Bro, it's literally like that South Park episode, bro. Freaking the ads within the ads, and the ads don't even know that they're ads. They think they're real.
Bro, it's actually like the prison rules, bro, where like you think the biggest guy on the yard is the one who's running shit. But really it's a quiet guy with the glasses who's just like sitting on the wall. He's the one who actually gets all the profit and like doesn't have to like do anything basically.
Exactly, bro.
He's making it run. Damn it, bro. We're being manipulated by the advertiser. I was thinking about it a bit ago. I low key want to like okay, and not do good research for this because like I think it might be kind of lame to like actually good research, but like um go down the list of power in the world, right? Um like who controls who and or what. So like the base level is like you, right?
At the
You're
top, Nestle.
Nestle is at the top.
Nestle's at the top,
What
bro.
did Nestle do?
Bro, they've done horrendous things, bro.
What do you I thought they make chocolate.
They make chocolate and they also make water. And then when they're making the water, they go, "All right, bro, we own this village in Africa, right?
Mm,
We're gonna get water from their village, and we're not even gonna give them the water. They have
bruh.
to, they have to make us water. And if they try to take a sip, we shoot them in the head."
Nestle?
Nestle, bro. Yes, yes. Okay, actually, bro, like
Who told you this,
well
bro?
known. This is well known, bro. No, this is
Someone
well
from
known.
Nestle ratted?
Nestle is a horrible corporation. They have been like sued for so many crimes against humanity, bro. Their
Bruh.
charges were cruel and
I was
unusual.
about to say cruel and unusual things, bro.
Cruel and unusual. I'm not even kidding, bro.
Nestle.
Yes, yes. If you think Blizzard is evil, bro, no. Nestle, bro. It's like that puppet meme where like the hands, like the master hand
Yes.
from
Yes. This is what I'm talking
Smash
about,
Bros.
bruh.
Freaking Nestle's like way up there. There's probably something above there, but like Nestle is controlling like Google and Apple and all that other stuff, bro.
And that's what I want to know. I want to like go through like each layer of who has the power over like who, because like I said, you're at the base level, you're the lowest person. Then above you is like your boss, right? Whoever you work for, and then above them is whoever owns that company, I guess, right? And then it's like the people that company have to actually buy from to even keep their business afloat. And like past them it goes like on and on and on and on. But like there's so many different like layers to it. Like okay, look, we don't want to condone Kanye on this podcast, but he was talking about it in the music industry.
For sure, yeah.
About how it works. Like what you see on the outside is not really who's running things. The people you see do not have as much power as you think they do. It's people you don't see who really control everything.
Bro, you better
Like how
drop
they
the
say like
50, bro.
how they say don't sign with the record label, right? Because they'll screw you over. But we don't know record labels. We know artists. We know artist is famous, made big song or whatever, right? But then when you're in the industry, you see the way it actually flows, and it's like, okay, like Drake was saying, bruh, you all have managers. Every last one of you, and you pay them a substantial amount of money. And I think the layers low key are about like evil. I want to say like in terms of like the higher up you go, the more evil the people actually are who really control things or like decide things. For
Harvey
example,
Weinstein
and
was supposed to be one of those guys.
really,
He was supposed
bro,
to be.
you know what?
He was
Maybe he
supposed
was because I don't know anything about him, bro.
He was supposed to be. He was one of
Wait,
those
they took him
guys
out?
where, yes, he was one of those guys who was at the very top, where
Mm.
he would like control like if somebody would get a role or not.
Oh, he was movie related.
He had a bunch of
He's in the
movie,
film
like,
industry.
connections. So
Uh,
like, especially what his charges were like, actress wants to get in a role, and he'd be all like, "All right, well if you
get
want to
something
be
strange for a piece of change.
bro, not," he'd be like, "Bro, you gotta suck it." Have you seen that video of that girl where she's like, "Please, sir, can you spare $1? Please, please." And the guy's all like,
Oh yeah.
"Can can you suck it?" That was
Mm.
it. Bro.
Okay, I think. Oh wait, I don't think. I guess I want to know about that more because you know what? Also, film industry. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about it because I was thinking more recently. I don't know if this is a fair statement or if I'm being biased or if I even believe this, but like, I okay, air quotes everything I'm saying right now, but I feel like media is becoming more um diversified, I guess, to appeal to more people. And I mean that usually in diversification, meaning like there are more gay characters, there are more people of color, like in the media that we consume, right? And I was like, okay, I feel like right now, LGBT people, or okay, before Trump became president, again, LGBT
Weird,
people,
weird control the world, bro.
LGBT people were in like a pretty strong state of power, right? Where there was a lot of things where like, okay, if a new game is coming out, the protagonist is probably a lesbian woman, right? Like, just guaranteed. She probably is a lesbian woman before it even comes out. You just know it's gonna happen, right? So I'm like, okay, I guess that means like the gay people are in control, right? But then I'm like, no, no, no. I think there are probably people above them, even, who like have their own agenda that they hide beneath the LGBT agenda, right? Like there are secret higher ups that I don't know what their agenda actually is, but they kind of like let us think that like, all right, the gay community controls everything, right? But really, they're the ones controlling what they actually want out there. But it's so subtle that we don't know that. We don't see that. And even like the gay people don't know they're the ones that are being like puppeteered. Like they think they're at the top of the summit, but really there's someone above them. And maybe someone above those people too. I don't know. I need to actually think about it. But I want to like just like really think like how the power yeah, how the power dynamic like works across
So I will
several
say,
industries.
I do think that you were right for a little bit. I think, like during a certain time, we'll just say like 2016 for sure. I do think that we'll say there's like a pendulum, right? I
Uh
do think the pendulum every
that's like
so
the five
often.
balls that go back and
Right.
forth.
No, it's the thing that swings. It's the thing that swings left to right.
Isn't the five balls or like hit the ball one side, it hits the other end of the ball and then comes back?
No, the pendulum is the thing that swings left to right.
That does swing left and right. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. Well, there's
It
no
only goes
balls.
left and right.
All right. Well, there's no balls. We'll just say
It swings
the.
with no balls? Yeah, bro, that wasn't even funny, bro.
Well, okay. I do think for a little bit, like, I think the pendulum for the longest time has been, we'll just say on the left, where there's like no representation. We'll say that, right?
uh
And then 2016, it started swinging towards the other way, not because people in power decided that, but because I think that people actually started rallying together. They're like, "Hey, bro," like we'll just say like you use the LGBTQ community for an example. We'll just say that
mm,
they rallied. They're like, "All right, bro, we're just not gonna buy any products. We're not gonna watch any movies if you don't do this." And
yeah.
it actually worked. So the pendulum started swinging that way, right?
Uh
But I think the pendulum swing a little too hard, so much so that the other side got mad. So then the pendulum swung backwards,
uh
and now we're seeing it swing backwards again. But
Okay, so
this,
where do you think the balance is right now? Lies with who?
I will say, it is swinging towards, like, we'll say the LGBT community,
Mm,
but the other side is trying to take it back like really hard right now.
yeah. I do think Trump being in office has pushed back. Like this is honestly been like the quietest Pride month for me, I'll be honest, like in my life. Like is a month shorter or something like something just feels off about the month. Like something definitely changed.
Hmm.
I think Trump being in office did kind of push back on that like somewhat hard, but I don't know how that would actually be until like more time goes by. Because like I think in my mind, at least at that level, I do think the gay community does have the balance right now. Like, okay, you know what? Let me not say the gay community. That's a broad term anyway. But like more accurately, the they them community I think has been the biggest thing. Really, the broader concepts community I think is really what's been like booming. You know, where it's like the thing. Like, what's her name? What's their name? The chick from The Last of Us, who's playing Ellie, for example, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like I guess I'm saying she, but I don't actually know if this is true. I heard that she's a they them, right? Right. I think that's one point for the gay community, right? Because um, the original Last of Us, like when you look at that game compared to what we got in the show, it's like okay, even if they were just trying to actually just adapt it, I think there was some sort of like agenda that like made it in, you know, like not like it like took over the whole thing, but something like noticeable. It's like okay, this is like taking the first step, or like planting the seed, you know. As a matter of fact, Last of Us Part Two, even I think that went harder on. And I don't like saying the term woke. 'Cause I think Loki has been like ruined. It doesn't even mean like the right thing anymore. But I'll say that I guess like Last of Us Two is way more woke, air quotes, I guess, than like the first one. And I think most media is like that. I feel like just from a media standpoint, I can't speak on anything else because I'm like, what other thing can gay people have power over, right? Like the food we eat, right? Like I don't know what else they could do beside that. Media is just the one thing that I can notice and be like, okay, I see more gay stuff. I've seen more dudes like kissing in the past, like 5 years, I would say, than I did like when I was a kid. You know, now there's a lot more common.
What? Okay.
Bro, why are you like this, bro? Why are you like this, dog?
If I like what?
Bro, you talk about a topic, I respond right after, bro.
No, it's
Give it
because
no time after all. I say what I need to
it's
say.
just it's
It's
just
dead silence every time. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, make me feel bad now, bro.
it's because I'm thinking
Every
about it.
single
I'm
time,
no,
bro.
okay, okay,
I give you
okay.
ample time to
Here's
think, bro. And
here's
you're always
here,
the
no, no,
dead
no,
silence
no,
is
no, 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 no,
crazy,
no, 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 no,
dog.
no, no. I
Literally
know
every
what I want to.
time, bro.
Okay, okay,
You did it like twice
okay,
already in this
okay,
one
okay, okay, okay,
podcast.
okay. You know. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, okay. I'm gonna give you the option. Do you want me to argue with you, or
All right.
do you want me to like make like a comment about it?
I want you to speak. What you
Okay.
speak, I don't care, but I just want you to speak.
Okay. What's the problem with that? Or is there a problem with that?
I don't think. Okay, I don't think there's a problem, or I don't think there's ever been a problem. Okay, I'm trying to be honest right now. I'm trying to think if there was a time where I did think maybe there was a problem. Um, I do think representation does feel forced majority of the time. However, that doesn't really change my enjoyment of the thing most of the time. You know, it's more just like, oh, you mean Professor X gay in the new movie? That's weird. I don't get why they did that, but I'll still watch it and be like, bro, that actor's performance was so good as Professor X. You know.
Mhm.
So I don't think there's a problem really, and especially because, like I said, the power thing. I don't think that the gay people actually have the power. I think there are people behind them that just use them for their own agenda because they know, like, at least for America, I'll say, we want to be really accepting right now. That's the pre-Trump. We want to be really accepting, right? Is like the big thing. Um, and so it's like, okay, let's push more accepting media because most people will just eat it up regardless, right? Because it's accepting and they think it's the right thing to do, you know? So they're gonna do that. And while they're doing that, we do something else to get people we want to do this or that or put these pieces in and play. I don't know what they do. Like I said, I actually don't know what the higher ups like actually do. And I want to like kind of think about what could they possibly use it for. But I do think there are some shadow people, right? And spoiler alert, the person actually at the top of like the power dynamic is Satan, right? Like ultimately, it is like actually him from like a like baseline level. But on a human level, I don't know who's at the top or like not even a person, probably a group of people that actually like um own everything, right? Or like the ones who are actually in control
So
and just make us think that we know
so do
what's
you
going
think
on.
okay, because I kind of have the same thing too, right? Where I'm like, I don't really think it matters. That stuff is like, sorry, I'm like messing with my mic right now. I don't know if it sounds, but like the whole thing in my head,
It's
right,
just kind of quiet.
is I do think that we have had like actual racism in our country for the past like, let's just say like 70 years, right? Like,
Mm,
yes, right? And obviously, like in media, especially, I do feel like if the role, like if it came down between a white lady or a black lady, they're gonna pick the white lady.
yeah,
Um, so I feel like right now the reason why we're getting an abundance of it is to try to make up for the past, like however, like we'll just say if there's been like
yeah.
60 years of like if movies have existed for 60 years,
Mm,
if 50 years of them have been like just white people only.
yeah.
So
Mm,
I do feel like that's kind of where I mean like the pendulum. So I like
mm,
they are trying to they're
gotcha.
overcompensating
Yep,
and
yep.
one side sees it as, okay, bro, now everything's got to be like this, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't see that they've had
Then the other
60
side is like, bro, this is
years.
our first chance, like
Yeah.
to actually get okay, yeah, yeah.
There's
Definitely agree with that.
there's actually a really okay, so I know this probably has nothing to do with anyone we're talking about, right? But I actually thought it was a pretty good example of like racism, or not a good example of racism, but like a good
Bro, I'll show you a good example of
analogy,
racism.
a good analogy for racism, right? It was, imagine you're playing a game of Monopoly, right?
Yep.
And every single time you pass go, you collect $100,
Hmm.
right? That's like the white man, right?
Yep.
The freaking, I don't remember how exactly the freaking thing was, but it was like
But the Mexican passes go, and he just gets a lawnmower.
he doesn't get anything when he passes go, right?
Mm,
And then you guys, all right, you know what? Let's, and then they go, all right, you know what? Let's, like, after that's been happening for like 3 rounds, they go, all right,
yep.
now let's actually play the game for real. It's like, well, we can't really because you literally have an advantage going on already.
Mm,
Like you're saying let's start from zero, but you
yeah.
already have stuff. And I think I just screwed up the analogy, but
Wait, no, wait. That does make sense. I think that is true. And honestly, I think the bigger thing to get out of that is to not be a victim. I don't know if I said that in my solo episode, but like, I think that scenario is real, where everyone thinks like the game of life is a fair and equal game, like or no, that it should be a fair and equal game, right? So if the X person gets an opportunity, everyone else should also be able to get that opportunity, right? But the way society has been established, that is not the case. Opportunity is not like, I guess equal is the term. Like you don't just get opportunity because you exist, you are a human being, you went to school, you did the bare minimum, right? You have to do something else a lot of times, and the standard is different for different people. So you said like the white man, for example, pass go 3 times and got 100, but like I guess people of color didn't get anything, right? When they pass go, that's true. There are imbalances in the world where it's like some people are in a better off place than you are. But like when the game actually starts, like you said, when the game starts, you shouldn't think like, oh, but this is bull crap. Like he's way ahead of me. So why should I even play the game? I'll stay with my $0. No, you take a step back and you realize the rules you read initially thinking this is how it's going to be fair was wrong. That was a bunch of BS that you were fed by everyone, including the people of color around you, bro. The truth is, you need to look around and see how the game is actually being played and go figure it out. That is what I feel like a big problem is. I guess in the black community, I can't speak for the other like Asian and Hispanic communities. Honestly, I don't. I feel like they're fine for the most part. But like the black community, for example, is big on being a victim and being like, oh, well, they did this to us, so what am I gonna do now? Move forward. Go figure out what you gotta do and go do it. Don't just be like, well, I should have had this. I could have had this, but you don't. So move on. Go do what you gotta do now. I think if you do that, it doesn't matter where you started at in the game. You know, that like everyone can succeed, even if it's unfair. That's just how it is. You know,
but my question is, what do you
you gotta
do
deal with that.
then? What do you do then when we'll say we use the Monopoly game as an example, right? What do you
Mm.
do like every single time you collect go, they also like take away a piece of property you have,
That's like a piece of property.
or they're giving you like go to jail cards, like
Mm.
we'll just say like the player is like
Okay.
he's purposely like setting you up for failure. What do you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
then?
yeah. Okay. I would say one option is to play on a different board, a different group of people, and that would be in real life, like move, right? If you really think where you're currently at is setting up for failure, like completely, go elsewhere. Personally, in America, I think this is the perfect place to go for opportunity, like straight up. But if you think it's so against you, and that you're gonna go to jail for no reason, for a bunch of bullcrap, right? You didn't even do, go elsewhere. You literally can. You can just leave and play a different, or it's the same game, but like different rule set, different board,
So
all
what do you
this,
do?
different rulers.
So what do you do then when we'll say like okay, we'll just say like
We're gonna keep like stacking this.
oh no. Now I'm gonna use like real life examples, right?
mm,
So let's say you were like a black man growing up like in Los Angeles during
yeah.
we'll say like during the time of the drug war, right? The war on drugs, right?
Well, like the 70s, 80s.
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll say that. Right? That was like historically like they were like, "All right, bruh, we're gonna put all the blame on the African American community, right?"
Mm,
So it's all like, okay, bro, like the people here are literally like hating us on purpose. The government is like targeting us for real, for real. And
Yeah.
you move, right? So then you move,
Mm,
right? But where would you go knowing that if you go to the south, there's probably some extremely racist people down there, right?
mm,
Like sundown towns still exist.
yeah.
And if you go up north, maybe it's not as extreme, but it's gonna be like it won't so much be in your face, it'll be like
Excuse
behind
me.
your
Oof.
back. What
Yeah.
do you do then?
Okay, I would say, okay, for one, I would make the note that like you don't know until you know, by the way. I think people think they know before they know, and that ruins a lot of opportunities for them. So like you said, like they think if they go down the south, that like they're for sure gonna be super racist to them, for example, right? They go down there, like based on what they heard. But
Mhm.
they don't know, and we don't even know, for example, how they know that. Were they just told like, oh, well, there's a racist down in the south by someone like at a bar or something? They just heard this, or did they do their research and found like sources of like, yeah, they're pretty racist down in the south, and decided, okay, I don't want to go there because it's pretty racist. I think that's valid, right? But if it's just like hearsay, then it's like, okay, shouldn't you do your due diligence and figure out if like this is credible or not first? But even past it, let's assume it is actually racist, right? Um, Look into the north, right? You never have just one option, or no, not even just that. You never have just two options, I should say. It's never picking between like the lesser of two evils. There is a billion options that you have, right? It's like the war on drugs, like time, like I don't know how much money this person or this person has, I guess, during this time, but let's assume they worked enough, they got enough money, they could move, right? I think it would be worth researching what is it like in New York, right? What is life like in New Jersey, or not like Google look up, but like just find information about how it is for like black people in New York, and based off of that, and then go decide what they're gonna do. But I truly believe you always have a choice. You always have options. I think if something doesn't go the way you want it to, something's under your control, but for the most part, you good, bro. You get to choose what you end up doing, right? No matter how bad circumstance is, you always have a choice. Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I wanted to look in third person. Anyways,
But yeah, that's what I think. You always have a choice.
okay, okay. Let's.
Transition.
So this was my last point, just because we're getting close to an hour.
I was like, it's an hour
Um,
for me.
so, all right, I want to make this claim right now, and I'm
All
kind of
right,
upset that Dom isn't here, so I can make the claim, all right?
all right, all right, all right.
But
The
I
MC.
I argue that Spectacular Spider-Man is actually a lame ass Spider-Man, and Ultimate
Ooh, if only
Spider-Man
Dom was here. Dom, what?
and Ultimate Spider-Man is
He's the
better.
best Spider-Man.
And the reason why, bro, is because he's siding with Miguel in
Spectacular Spider-Man is.
yes.
Damn. Heat
And
up.
I know damn well that if and my theory is the reason why Ultimate Spider-Man wasn't invited to the club is because
He sided with the black man, and the higher ups were like,
he would not have sided up. He
no,
would not have sided up with
no.
Miguel, bro. He would have chosen Miles' side, and that's my goat Spider-Man right there.
Bruh, I think that's factual. But honestly, here, I want to defend Spectacular Spider-Man. I think maybe he just knew something we didn't know about the Shafreak Moore allegations, right? And he was like, nah, like on a meta level, I can't rock with this. And so he played on the other team. That's my headcanon.
Well, if we actually want to go like on the meta level, the reason why like Drake Bell wasn't involved is because he was being accused of being a pedophile. So that's why he wasn't involved.
Accusations, bruh. Accusations, bruh. He
Did
shouldn't
you
have
ever?
told.
Okay, hold on. Before we leave, did you watch the Dan Schneider documentary?
No, because the stuff I heard about it, honestly, it didn't seem like it would improve my life if I watched it, because he's a weirdo, isn't he?
He is a certified weirdo.
I was like, I don't think I want to watch this, honestly. Like, just hearing this stuff, I thought was just weird. Wait, he's the feet guy, right? The children's feet thing he likes? Like,
Guy.
that was his agenda that he was pushing on
So
these children?
honestly, it was to be honest, it was pretty tame, and it wasn't even like not tame, I should say. It was like it delivered its stuff very calmly. I honestly thought they were
Uh,
gonna lean in more to the main girl. I forget what her name is.
Ariana Grande?
No, the chick from like the show early on
Sam?
that they say that he got pregnant.
What? You said it was tame? How old was she?
They didn't. They talked about it, but they didn't go into like explicit detail about that. They just kind of went into
Bruh.
like they went into more details about like the work conditions, especially like for some of the adults, and then like
Yeah.
the only time where they went into like maybe uncomfy territory is when they were talking about when they were talking to Drake Bell and about his experience with Dan
Yeah,
Schneider.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I like the only
Yeah.
time where
I
they
felt so
went
bad when I was hearing that stuff. I was like, bruh,
comfy.
this is kind of
Uh,
crazy. I didn't like that.
I would recommend you give it a watch though.
Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm gonna be
Why?
honest. I don't think it. How will it benefit my life? Please
Because
enlighten me. Because
because then
there are some sick people out there, and now you're better off. No, bruh.
no, well, okay. Do you acknowledge that Dan Schneider is a freak?
I don't know actually, but from what I've heard, I would assume he is, but I don't know.
Well, that well,
All I saw is what the internet said,
if you educate yourself,
which I won't.
that's the thing. If you educate yourself, then you would know, and that
And now
way,
you know he's a freak, and now boom, life
no, 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 no,
200%
no,
better
no, no,
now,
no.
bruh. You're gonna be
No,
so
no, no,
successful and
no. Here's the thing: if more people know, then more people can refuse to watch like content that he produces, and if more people refuse to watch content he
he
produces,
still makes stuff.
that puts pressure
What?
on that puts
They made
pressure
a
on
whole documentary
companies-
about him, and he still releases content.
that puts pressure on companies to drop him, and so that he isn't
Wait,
making
they
content, so
haven't?
he
How?
can't do more things against people.
Did they not watch a documentary?
I just think that
No one told them, bro. No one told them. And look,
I-
now they won't drop him.
I think he still gets like residuals from stuff.
Not like new stuff he's making. It's
don't-
just like
I don't
the
think he's and
previous
I
stuff.
well, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. In the documentary, and we do know for a fact that he was getting allegations like during some time, and like even in the documentary, even like Nickelodeon acknowledges this. He was
Oh,
still
dang.
working like on stuff. So like by the time that like we'll say he was a pedophile. We'll say
Oh.
he was a pedophile during iCarly, right? Like, not exactly. We'll say like
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
say
yeah.
he touched Freddy during iCarly, right?
Dog.
When Sam and Cat came out, when Sam and Cat came out,
Bro,
which
you ruined it, bro.
obviously
Come on.
is actually when Sam and Cat came out, which is a couple years later, he was still allowed to work and direct. He just wasn't allowed to be in the same room.
Oh,
as
I heard about
Cat.
that. I think I heard about that actually. Where like he
So-
was a part of, but like maybe he was a little limited.
So
What I
and
could do.
obviously like that's not
That's
okay.
so crazy.
That's not okay. Like obviously the company there is choosing profits over like the well-being.
That's
of
insane.
whatever. So that's why being
Yeah.
educated is important so that you can decide, all right, bro, I'm not gonna watch this because then I know it just like helps the numbers. It helps contribute.
Okay, you know what? Here, actually, like last thing I'll probably say before we close out, I actually do not care about like consuming someone's media and not giving them money. For example, like people who like will listen to Kanye's music, they want to give him money anymore. Personally, I
Okay, bro, that's-
don't consider that like at all. Like, because ultimately, I'm not consuming the person who, or pause, I guess, but like, I'm not caring about the person who made the thing. I care about the thing. If the thing is good, entertaining, funny, something I want to watch, I'll watch it. I don't care if that makes the company bigger or the evil people now have more power to do things like personally. Because I didn't watch it because I don't watch shows to be like, well, I know a good person made this, so I know this will be better for them. No, I watch it because I enjoyed it personally. I don't care if
I think it depends on the I
if they're getting like
on the
paid for it or whatever. And like I think it's with anything. I feel that way. I'm definitely a separate the art from the artist kind of person with anything.
I think it depends on the media. So like for music, for example, I feel like obviously like I feel like no matter what, like they're gonna get paid somehow. So like Kanye, for example,
Mm,
like there's no way in hell that everybody isn't gonna stop watching it or listening to it.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So honestly, it doesn't matter. Like yes, I understand when people do it,
Mm,
but I feel like in that sense it doesn't matter. But I feel like something with like this Dan Schneider especially, I feel like it does matter because the crime is so horrific. I feel like that gets more people to rally. So I do see a better chance.
okay. Meaning like you think you not consuming it has a bigger effect and or a effect in general compared to like music.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. Dang, honestly, I would be bad during segregation times, bruh, because I would not be boycotting. I'm gonna be honest, bruh.
Bruh.
I would. I'd be like, look, y'all, I need this gas. I'm gonna be honest.
Black people be like outside in the streets marching, and then Jared's just be.
I'm the one guy who's in like his corner in the
Oh.
restaurant, bruh. They're like blacks only.
Bro, people being so entitled.
I'd be like, well, I'm be honest, bro. It ain't worth it for me. I would not be good. I'm glad God not put me in segregation times. I would not be beneficial to the cause whatsoever. But okay, then we can close out now. Episode. What is up with you, bro? Come on, bro. All you had to do is sit in a chair, dog. You couldn't do that.
We gotta head out. We gotta leave.
You could. Oh, it does just kick you out. Never mind. Never mind. Hold up. Hold up. He wasn't just a dummy.
We gotta leave, bro.
All right.
You gonna just leave without saying anything?
What do you mean? Isn't it your house?
Oh yeah.
Come downstairs. Here, I was gonna leave. It's your place, bro. Well,
Yeah.
this has been. This
This has been the two. This has been the Two Gamers podcast.
the Two Gamers podcast, episode 26.
Yep. Here.
It's been real.
It has been real. Let me give this to you before you leave. This is a parting present.
Thank you. Perfect, bro. Perfect.